Fred, it's great to see you wearing pants.
Yes, thank you so much. The last time was very uncomfortable.
Yes, it is. It is good seeing that. How are your legs feeling? Your legs okay?
They're getting back. They're getting back. You know, after being those days in the bed, they atrophy a little bit, but they're back, strong. Thank you. Thank you.
So how does this even come about? Like, what do they tell you to get you on board for this? I mean, I'm sure it's not a hard pitch, but how does this all come about? They say, you know, we want to do something with the Princess Bride. What are you thinking?
Well, my initial reaction was that sounds just like a terrible idea. Everyone's gonna see through that. That's awful. Why would you do that? Don't do that. And then, you know, Ryan doesn't take no for an answer, and you end up on set. And it turned out to be a really great experience and a really fun thing. And you know, now it's now I guess your kids can see Deadpool, so I guess it's all worth it. Maybe I don't know.
Absolutely. Now, you obviously worked with Ryan on this. How much of that the stuff that you guys did is on the page, and how much of that is improv?
Well, they had a very clear idea of what they wanted, you know, for this. So they had all these things written down, and they said, if you say these things that we wrote down, we'll let you go. And so I did, and they did. So, I mean, he's a gentleman. So it worked out either way. It worked out.
Now, going back to the set that you guys had and kind of reliving that from your childhood, that Princess Bride set, what was that experience even like walking through?
Uncomfortable.
It's pretty, I mean, it looks like the exact same thing.
They did a really good job, and I have to give a tremendous credit to the production design team, because they did an incredible job. People online, they have like, you know, split screens, and they line them up, and they did an amazing job. It was really impressive. You know, it was very surreal, very surreal.
So you've done work in front of the camera in recent years, but you have a very prolific career as a director as well on television. And the Russos also started off the same way with Arrested Development, going on and doing that stuff, now a big part of the Marvel Studios. Do you have any desire to work in the sci-fi superhero genre, directing like one of those kind of films?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I have my kids, I have a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And so
right up your alley.
Oh my gosh, every Marvel movie, every superhero movie, we are just like, you know, first weekend, front row. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, the things that they're doing and the people they get to do them, it's just
amazing.
Both in front of and behind the camera.
Absolutely.
You're just working with people who are at the top of their game, top of their field in everything. And yeah, it'd be amazing.
What superhero would Fred Savage be eyeing to do if he were to get into this foray of the superhero films?
Oh man, I feel like something. I think something with it. The thing that I personally am loving are the comedic bent that kind of Guardians brought to everything.
Right.
You know, whether it's Guardians or Deadpool's obviously or Thor Ragnarok, like the sense of humor that's coming through these is amazing. So hopefully it would be something with a sense of humor.
I love that answer. Now, when obviously you're a director, so I almost got the sense that when you're kind of picking apart the Deadpool story, there's a lot of you actually speaking, and that's all Fred, I feel like. Is that all you, how you really felt about some of the story?
There is a lot of me in there for sure. And I think it's all just part of what the Deadpool team does so well, which is really look at themselves and what they do with a total lack of preciousness. Right. And that's a big part of my personality as well. So those kind of dovetail nicely.
So one of my favorite scenes in this iteration of Once Upon a Deadpool is where you said you'd always want to fight Matt Damon.
Yeah, sure.
Always want to fight Matt Damon.
Yeah.
What are some other celebrities we can put on that list of who Fred Savage would always like to fight?
Well, I'm a nonviolent man, you know, as you may know. And so there are very few people, as someone both nonviolent and married, you know, that I would add to that list. So it would really just be, you know, Matt Damon.
Just Matt Damon.
Just Matt Damon and him. Yeah, he's on that list alone. He's on a lot of lists alone, and this is one that he stands on top of with no one else with him.